My beloved brothers and sisters, today I want to speak to you about something many people ignore, but it affects the spirituality of your home more than you realize. There are foods, habits, and ways of eating that open the doors for shaitan. Sometimes you feel anger in the house, no barakah, everyone fighting, no peace, no mercy, no love, yet you don't understand where this darkness is coming from. Islam teaches us that certain foods, certain ways of eating, and certain carelessness can spiritually harm you and your family. So listen carefully. Today I will share 6 foods you must stop eating and 7 powerful lessons explaining why they attract shaitan and how to protect your home. May Allah protect us all. 1. Eating haram food weakens your soul and strengthens shaitan. When a person allows haram food into their home, they are not just making a small mistake, they are opening a spiritual door that invites shaitan inside. It begins quietly. You may not notice anything at first, but the moment something forbidden enters your kitchen, your dining table, or your body, the spiritual protection around your home becomes weaker. Islamic scholars explain that haram food does not only affect your stomach, it affects your heart, your mind, your emotions, your behavior, and even the atmosphere of your home. When haram enters your body, it becomes part of your blood, your flesh, your energy, and your thoughts. That is why the Prophet ﷺ warned us that every flesh nourished by haram, the fire is more worthy of it. Meaning, when you consume what Allah has forbidden, you are not just harming your worldly life, you are harming your hereafter. Haram food includes many things. Food bought with stolen money, food purchased with income from lying or cheating, money earned through interest riba, intoxicating substances, alcohol-based desserts or snacks, impermissible meat, doubtful ingredients, or even something you know someone was cheated or harmed for. The moment such food enters your body, your spiritual vision becomes cloudy, your heart loses its shine, and your connection with Allah feels distant. You will notice that your dua suddenly feels weak, your salah becomes harder, concentration disappears, and you feel lazy in acts of worship. This is not just psychology, it is spiritual reality. When you feed your body with darkness, darkness will enter your life. Shaitan becomes stronger whenever a believer consumes haram. He whispers more easily. He influences your emotions more quickly. He pushes anger, jealousy, sadness, anxiety, and confusion into your heart without resistance. You will see this immediately in homes where haram is consumed. Arguments increase, peace disappears, people get irritated over small things, trust breaks, blessings vanish, and the home starts feeling heavy without any clear reason. Many families complain, we don't understand why we always fight. Why is there no mercy in our house? Why do we feel depressed for no reason? But they rarely look at what they are eating and how their food was earned. Haram food is like spiritual poison. It does not kill your body, but it weakens your soul. It blocks your prayers. It hardens your heart. It takes away the sweetness of worship. It invites shaitan to sit comfortably in your home. He becomes confident because he knows the believer who eats haram is no longer protected with the same strength. Even if that person prays, their worship feels heavy because the foundation inside them is contaminated. On the other hand, when the food is halal, clean and earned righteously, you will feel peace in your heart even before you take the first bite. Halal food brings light into your home. It brings barakah into your wealth. It brings mercy into your relationships. It makes the hearts of your family members softer and kinder. You will see fewer arguments, less negativity, and more understanding. Halal food strengthens your dua, strengthens your Iman, and strengthens your spiritual shield. So if you truly want your home to be protected, your mind to be peaceful, your heart to feel calm, and your family to experience mercy, then start from the most important place, your plate. What you eat affects who you become. What you feed your family shapes their character and their behavior. Do not allow haram or doubtful things to steal the light of your home. Protect what enters your kitchen, and you will protect everything inside your home, including your heart. 2. Consuming alcohol or alcohol-based foods invites filth into the home. Alcohol is not just a drink, it is a spiritual contaminant. It is something that Allah has declared impure, harmful, and destructive. When alcohol enters a home in any form, whether in a bottle, in a dessert, in chocolate, in a sauce, or even in a tiny flavoring ingredient, it brings with it a type of spiritual darkness that affects the entire environment of the house. Many people think alcohol only becomes a sin when you drink a full glass, but Islam teaches us that anything containing alcohol, even in small amounts, affects the purity of your body and the purity of your surroundings. The Prophet ﷺ told us clearly that alcohol is the mother of all evil, meaning it opens the door to sins, bad habits, weak faith, bad decisions, and spiritual destruction. Today, alcohol is hidden in so many foods that people unknowingly consume it. Fancy chocolates, expensive ice creams, bakery items, sauces in restaurants, and many packaged foods contain some form of alcohol. Some people say it's only a small amount, or it's just for taste, or it doesn't make you drunk. But the issue is not about getting drunk, the issue is about purity. When something impure enters your body, your heart becomes unsettled. Your soul becomes cloudy. Your connection with Allah weakens. Even if the quantity does not intoxicate your body, it intoxicates your spirituality. The nur in your heart dims. Your ability to focus in salah decreases, and your calmness slowly disappears. A home that stores alcohol or consumes alcohol-based foods will notice subtle changes. You will see more arguments, more impatience, more disrespect, and more emotional instability. There is a heaviness in the air that no one can explain, but everyone can feel. Children become more restless, adults become more irritated, and the home loses the feeling of sakoon, peace. This is because Allah has removed His blessing from anything connected to alcohol. Shaitan uses this impurity to enter, whisper, and create chaos. He becomes stronger in a home where alcohol is present because he knows that the spiritual shield has been compromised. Even worse, alcohol-based foods normalize a prohibited substance. Someone might say, it's just a dessert, but once the heart becomes comfortable with a little bit of haram, the barrier between halal and haram becomes weak. Soon the person begins to slip into other doubtful things, and their Iman becomes unstable. Haram grows slowly, and it begins with tiny steps. This is why Allah teaches us to stay far away from alcohol, not just avoid the major forms. Even a drop is harmful because it corrupts purity, and purity is the foundation of every believer's relationship with Allah. When you remove alcohol from your life completely, you will notice an immediate difference. Your mind becomes clearer, your heart becomes lighter, your home feels calmer, your worship becomes deeper, your dua feels stronger. This is because you are removing a blockage that was silently damaging your soul. Allah replaces impurity with blessing, confusion with clarity, heaviness with peace, and darkness with light. If you want your home to be filled with barakah, mercy, and protection, then stay far away from alcohol in all forms, drinks, desserts, flavors, sauces, and anything containing it. What you eat becomes part of you. Purify what goes into your body, and Allah will purify what comes out of your life, your actions, your words, your decisions, and your home. When alcohol leaves your table, shaitan leaves with it. 3. Wasting food encourages shaitan to live in your home. Wasting food is not a small habit or a simple mistake. In Islam, wasting food is a serious spiritual problem because food is a blessing directly given by Allah. Every grain, every drop, every bite comes from the mercy of Allah. When a person throws food away carelessly, cooks more than necessary, lets food spoil in the fridge, or buys more than they need just to show off, they are disrespecting the blessings of Allah. And whenever blessings are disrespected, shaitan finds an opening to enter the home. Allah Himself tells us in the Quran that the wasteful people are brothers of the devils, meaning that wasting food aligns your behavior with shaitan, not with a believer's gratitude. Shaitan loves waste. He loves exaggeration. He loves when people follow their desires instead of discipline. When you waste food, you are doing exactly what shaitan wants, showing carelessness toward blessings, ignoring gratitude, and behaving as if you deserve everything without appreciating anything. A home where food is wasted will slowly lose barakah. You may have money, but it disappears quickly. You may have food, but it never feels satisfying. You may have a fridge full of items, but the family still feels unhappy and restless. This is because waste removes blessings silently. You don't see it disappearing with your eyes, but you feel it disappearing from your life. Many families complain about constant arguments, stubbornness among children, lack of respect, laziness, sadness, and a heavy environment inside the home. They think it is because of stress, money, problems, or bad luck. But sometimes the real reason is something much simpler and more dangerous. They are disrespecting Allah's blessings every day. When people